Spanner guys, let's go really slow.
What do you think of all the police and media's talk about violence today? They seem to have been the only ones that's been talking any violence.
Well, unfortunately, Chris Knight also managed to get himself on Channel 4 saying some absolutely ridiculous threats and saying that if people in Greece hadn't seen violence yet, what we were going to unleash. And I think, obviously, occasionally people do feel angry enough to for example, decommission an arms factory or take to the streets together and show their power, but I think boasting about it on national television from our side or from their side is not helpful at all.
Fred, what do you think? Channel 4 won't give any airtime to Stop the War speakers and organisers, but they will give airtime to Chris Knight.
Well, I think one thing the media does, often they come on demonstrations like this and they'll look for the drunkest squat punk and they'll try and get him to say something really stupid that can make us all look like we're ignorant morons bent on destruction. Unfortunately, Chris Knight has bypassed that need for the media to find that squat punk and has just given it to them on a plate. We are much more than just violent, destructive people. Anarchism is about creation. It's about building a new, different world that we can make better together.
And what do you think of the fact that organisers have promoted today's event as a street party, but people in the City of London seem to be grossly overreacting?
Well, that's their issue, isn't it? I don't see anything here that is more than just a sort of vibrant declaration of our resistance to both, the international war machine and international capital. I don't think people on a personal level at all need to be afraid. I've come today dressed in a suit just to prove that whole scaremongering thing about attacking anybody that was going to be dressed smartly was just simply a load of shit. I haven't had a single bad comment, no issues at all, although my friend did say I look like a head teacher, which I thought was possibly one of the worst things anyone's said, but it doesn't matter what you wear, it doesn't matter what you look like, it's what you do and what you believe in that matters.
Alright, thanks for talking to 4Man Films and good luck with the Smash Edo campaign.
Thank you very much.
Okay. See you, mate.
Anti-capitalist! Anti-capitalist! Revolution! Revolution! One solution! Revolution! One solution! Revolution! One solution! Revolution! From the land to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the land to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Free, free, Palestine. 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 Palestine! Palestine! Build a bonfire with the bankers on the top, on the ground and the middle, and burn the fucking wall. Build a bonfire with the bankers on the top, on the ground and the middle, and burn the fucking wall. The bankers on the top, they're gonna burn and the middle, and burn the fucking wall. Build a bonfire, the bankers on the top, they're gonna burn and the middle, and burn the fucking wall. The bankers on the top, they're gonna burn. Anti-capitalista, oi! Anti-capitalista, oi! revolution! Revolution! One selection! Revolution! Anti-capitalista! Oh! Anti-capitalista! Oh! Anti-capitalista! Oh!
What are you trying to do? Do you not know? On the bus card.
Capitalism paid for this march. None of you could have got here if it wasn't for capitalism. Who made the clothes you're wearing? The buses, the cars, and the workers made the pay. In any country.
1.5 trillion is going to the banks. They're the biggest welfare scabs in the country.
No, we're against. No, against.
We say fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight, fight, fight back!
金融街にデモ隊が押し寄せてきました。彼らは
Oh! Anti-capitalista! Oh! Anti-capitalista! Oh! Anti-capitalista!
彼らは
Tell me who you are and why you're here today.
My name's Gavin. I'm here to protest the poor fiscal management of the current government and their insane policies of deficit spending. It's just an amazing stupidity and devaluation of everyone's earnings by pumping excess fiat currency into the monetary system. It's basic blatant robbery of every working person that already holds money.
They think that that's the road to hell, as one economist called it.
That's legalised theft. Every savings dollar or pound that you have in the bank has decreased by 10% this year because the government has inflated the money supply.
And so obviously you're not happy about 1.5 trillion pounds going to the banks?
No, not at all. No, I think they should just go bankrupt. Happen to the other business, why not the banks? The savers were protected. I just couldn't understand why the government guaranteed interbank lending, international deposits, business loans, the whole works. It just makes absolutely no sense. If their assets are worth anything, other people would pay money for them. Otherwise, they're worthless and not worth saving.
Do you think the government could spend the 1.5 trillion on green projects and that would be sufficient to stimulate the economy?
No, not really. I think that probably the best place for money is an individual's pocket. They make the best, most rational decisions to do what they want to do with their own property, and there's no reason why the government should take it and redistribute it to pointless projects. It's been a long history, especially in the 70s, of government trying to pick favourites, and it just doesn't work. So.
Will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Okay, guys, we're doing something of fucking war. Okay, guys, we're doing something of fucking war. Shame on you! 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 Shame on you!
here because of accountability. War in Iraq, no accountability. Shooting dead of a civilian by police in the aftermath of 7/7, no accountability. Banking crisis, no accountability. Environment, no accountability. This is our opportunity to make them accountable for the crimes they have committed.
So, what do you think of the 1.5 trillion that's going to the banks? Do you think it could be better spent by the government, and how would you spend it?
Spend it on infrastructure. I'd spend it on hospitals and schools, for example. I'd spend it on green technology. I'd spend it that way, not bailing out and giving bonuses to the very people who, in hand with politicians, have totally, they've lost all credibility in a system that they claim is the only way, the natural way for human beings to be organised.
The government's also promised an inquiry on the war in Iraq. Do you think that inquiry should extend to criminal charges against those?
Of course it should. Of course it should. Those people need to be in prison awaiting trial now. We have we're pretty sure there's evidence that would make the dodgy dossier in the UK. It's a criminal document.
Tell me who you are and why you're here today. You seem to be carrying a dead chicken.
We work for War on Want, which is a UK London-based charity, anti-poverty charity, and this is a dead canary actually to symbolise the death of Canary Wharf and the current financial system, which we're hoping to see this year sometime. No, well, it's saying that the financial system as it stands has failed hundreds of millions of people. We're stuck in extreme poverty. We've got no chance of getting out of it. And we're all faced with climate change, fuel crisis, environmental crisis, and we need to really rethink the global economy so that it addresses these challenges and it puts people instead of profit.
How do you think there's 1.5 trillion of taxpayers' money going to the banks? How do you think that could be better spent?
Almost any other way. Giving it to me, no. Basically, one big idea that's come out is called the Green New Deal, and it's about retrofitting the economy. It's about creating thousands of jobs, tens of thousands of jobs to replace those being lost by actually making our economy fit to hit our carbon targets. I mean, it's an urgent task, it's something that we can't wait for. But at the moment, these proposals are just to keep the system as it is, ticking over. So you could do that, you could increase aid, you could stop free trade deals going through and actually pay off our ecological debt, our historical debt to developing nations. I mean, there's any number of ways that it could be better spent other than just propping up the system.
You have to move down the steps if you want us to come down.
Is that whole week?
bad, The guy behind you. Excuse me, sir, are you with the strike? Can we have a quick guide? I'm not trying. No? What? No, not likely. No, this looks like it's right. Pointing everybody out. Everyone else can help to make police and law offences such as breaching the peace. No, hang on. Don't start your point and then overtalk me.
That's not me.
Don't start your point and then overtalk me. So our parliamentary democracy has decided this is what's going to happen, and the law allows us to do it.
You know,
Wasn't there a recent report criticising police's interference with peaceful protest?
Well,
and MPs.
You'd have to speak to the people that plan it.
That's what my mate just sent me a text, right? Okay, well, if I can't get back to school by now...
Excuse me, is there any way you can find out something? You're trying to prevent the breach of peace, which I understand, yeah, but what's going to happen is that people are going to get more annoyed. Can you ask him?
Can you ask him now?
I'm not allowed to ask. He tells me what to do.
You want to be answering back a bit more, mate.
Your own discretion. You saw that people were getting a bit more riled up. It was a good idea to give them some information. He's watching as well, so he'll know. And how about the opportunity to stop that? And how about the opportunity to stop that before it happens?
We don't want anything to do with those fuckers. We just want to get out of here. Lots of us don't want to be involved.
For our own safety, can you release us? Nobody here has done anything against the law. There were pro-bankers up at the bank. Everyone was having a good chat and a laugh. Nothing unpeaceful's happened.
Please.
You're going to ruin the whole cause.
I'll be the only one. Because it was safe here. It was inconvenient, but it's safe.
Please remember the lessons you learned at Hillsborough and let us out before we get hurt.
Let us out! Why won't you let us out? You're making the situation dangerous by not letting us out. Just let us go. Let us out! 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 Not a very good thing, of course.
That's an assault.
You are keeping us in. You are keeping us in. We can take a picture of you. I'm not fucking fun out. Why are we being punished? I don't give a shit. I want to get the Why are we being punished? No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get out.
Let us out!
Please let us out! Please have some compassion! When you let us out in court, have some compassion to explain your actions. How will you explain holding in a group of law-abiding people who have asked you politely and repeatedly to let them out one by one? There are people here who have to. We don't have to get that control.
First aid required!
About people's health and safety.
First aid!
Before we get caught in the middle of this shit, man. Please! They're kicking off back there.
First aid required!
What have you been told, man? What have you been told about us? Like, we just fucking people like you. Let us out one by one. Okay, let me tell you that it is getting more and more crowded here and more squashed, and people are starting not to have enough room to breathe properly. Remember the lessons that you learnt at Hillsborough and let us out one by one. We are not interested in violence and we need to keep safe. We are... Come on. Have a heart. What if someone pushes them back?
We don't want to riot. Let us out.
This space. I'm peaceful. I want to just leave. Please let me out. Please.
Hell, you can do it. Please let us out.
We want to go back to that. We're being polite, please.
You know what?
Whoever you have to ask, can you just ask them?
Just be decent, basic civil courtesy. Last I checked, we aren't human, so last I checked, my duty was to protect us. This is not exactly.
And I am for a freer world to change this nation. So let me out, let's get to the station.
Okay, could you tell me a little bit about what's going on now after what seemed to be a fairly peaceful protest?
Well, we're just queuing to get out, really. Been here for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Just waiting, and no idea when we're going to be let go, really.
All right. Do you think the police can legally do that, or they should be doing that?
Yeah, they probably can legally justify it,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's still inconvenient.
Yeah. Did you see anything at the protest today that you thought was violent, or?
No, didn't see any violence or anyone being sort of antagonistic at all.
What was the atmosphere like down there?
Yeah, it was a bit of party atmosphere.
Yeah.
Really good.
Cool. What do you think the police stopping everyone from leaving? Do you think that might change the atmosphere?
Yeah, it's liable to be seen as insightful. People are going to get cross. There's no toilets.
Yeah.
People are going to want to get out. And it's going to become more and more urgent, I think. So yes, people are. It is at risk now.
My name is Nicole. I'm from California.
And why have you come to the protest today?
Basically only because I wanted to get pictures.
Yeah, you want to take pictures?
Yeah, now I'm stuck in here, so that's interesting. Now we're protesting to get out.
Why do you think the police have stopped everyone from leaving?
I think it's their way of trying to control
Because they
something,
don't have
but
a
it's
plan.
because they don't have any organization involved. They have absolutely no idea what's going on, and honestly, it's not safe. There are no medical facilities in here. There's no bathroom in here. We're American, not that that makes any difference, but I mean, it's very unorganized. It's very
Shitty,
something that wouldn't happen.
British efficiency.
Yeah.
As in inefficiency.
Do you think there was quite a carnival atmosphere at the protest today? Have you seen anything that would justify any kind of detention of all these people?
Sorry, I'm gonna butt it.
Have you seen any violence? Or?
No, there's been no violence.
Not
Some
really.
people threw things at the windows, but there's no violence.
Have you seen any violence here today?
No, all people did. Some people at the front threw stuff at the windows, but there's been no violence against the police or against anybody else. And I am certain they are not legally justified to detain people against the peace. What is their reason?
Do you think that the police have paid no attention to the parliamentary report that's condemned them for intimidating protesters and detaining them unlawfully? That is very much what they've been criticised for.
Well, I feel that the first part, they haven't been intimidating today. They've been very calm and nice. But the second part of the report, they're just completely carrying it out, aren't they? They are detaining people against our will, and we could, every single person here could now sue the police force. And also, they themselves don't appear to have a reason for why they are detaining us. I also think it's provoking violence and creating potentially a really dangerous situation.
So do you think the police are making the situation much worse?
Yeah, I do. Why can't they let people disperse? People have been trying to disperse now for, I'd say, an hour. And if they'd let people disperse at a gentle pace, there wouldn't now be a backlog of people trying to get out and rush away.
And where are you trying to get to today? Are you trying to get to another meeting for the...
I'm trying to get and go look after my mum. And I can't. I think it's ridiculous.
Okay, thanks.
I can do it.
First of all,
I can do it. I do it for you. You do it for me. We work together.
Marcel, is it?
Marcel, yes.
Marcel,
Yeah.
could you tell me which television station
I
you're
work
from?
for Dutch television.
Yeah.
Nova television.
Nova television.
Yeah. For tonight broadcast, I hope.
Yeah. And you were just on the other side of
Yes,
the protest?
I was just next to the bank.
Yeah.
And we were standing there with a huge crowd, and the police on horses, how do you call it in English?
Horseback?
Horseback was standing there, and only walls on both sides of the street, so we couldn't go anywhere. And they started walking, pushing us that direction.
Yeah.
So I started looking there, and that was happening exactly the same. So we were going closer to each other. It was really terrifying, claustrophobic. So I started yelling to this policeman. I said, "What's the idea? Where to go?" And he said, "There's no possibility."
Do you think the police are making the situation more dangerous for what was otherwise peaceful protest?
Definitely. I think this is not, I'm used to the Dutch approach.
Yes.
That's like this, you know, at ease. Try to get everyone at ease.
Yes.
That's the idea of the Dutch policeman nowadays.
Yes.
And that works. If they only stay here, stay at ease, everybody will go home.
Yeah. Well, they're not letting anyone go.
No. I can't even work. You know, I have to edit this. So they make my work more or less impossible.
Yes.
That's a big issue, I think.
Did you know that recently a parliamentary report into the police's behaviour at protests in this country has criticised their interference with protests and their wrongful detention of protesters?
I didn't. I just heard it from you.
Yes.
And now I understand.
Yes.
I understand the idea. Because this was really, you know, like claustrophobic, sort of terrifying.
Yes.
Really, for me. You're a sound man, cameraman?
I'm both.
Okay, it's broken. And I saw a guy, or I heard a guy who was really wounded.
Yes.
You know, he was bleeding.
By the police?
Yeah, he was bleeding, and some guys shouted, what did they shout, Alex? It's my cameraman. What did they shout?
Shame on you.
Shame on you, shame on you. And he was walking away. We weren't there filming, but you know, like, and how is this going to end?
Yeah, they could keep us here for hours.
It's not very intelligent, this.
No.
It's very dumb.
No, it's
I guess I came with the one bunch of crowd of people from London.
He's a nice guy though. He's a nice guy. Yeah, very nice guy.
Falan yok ya. Ha? Gidiyor millet. Açıldı mı? I ran
I'm riled up, yes.
It's good, Brad, it's good. Now we get your boost up.
Oh, yeah.
And we put you on right. It's next protest should we have whole sandwiches.
You see the one?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
a little bit.
This one's got the Australian flag. Huh? Quick. Okay, after 2 hours of being detained by the police when this protest was a completely peaceful protest, they allowed everybody to come up the street away from the banks. Now, for no known reason, the police seem to have stopped people from leaving. They've come charging in, they've bowled people over. We don't know why we can't leave. There's been no violence initiated by protesters. They've been denied food, access to toilets. There's nobody trying to attack the banks or do anything like that. And as you can see behind me, the police have positioned themselves in between thousands of protesters and they're stopping them now. So we really can't understand the behaviour of the police and what they're doing today. Look at these guys posing with the truck.